This Mi Band 6 review may possibly change your mind. Hi guys! Today it's time for another wearable, which is Mi Band 6. I've actually covered Mi Bands ever since Mi Band 2.
Look man, I got myself a band!
Wow, that feels like ages ago. I'm going to split this review into two parts. First part is Mi Band 6 as an upgrade to Mi Band 5. And the second part, well, you guessed it, it's going to be a Mi Band 6 for everyone new to Mi Band's fitness trackers. It only feels like a couple of months since I had Mi Band 5 on my wrist, and now I have a brand new Mi Band 6 thanks to Banggood. You can check it out in the description of this video. And after having it for a couple of weeks, I think I'm ready to pass my judgments. Now, coming from Mi Band 5 and knowing the Mi Band history gives me a unique perspective on the development direction and if the latest features are actually worth it. So basically what you get with the new Mi Band 6 is, first, it's a tiny little bit brighter and bigger, a new AMOLED display that's gonna be, well, shining bright even in the broad daylight on your wrist. On top of that, apart from the heart rate sensor, you're also going to get blood oxygenation sensor in addition to array of the sensors that Mi Bands have. And for the most part, the list of new features is pretty much complete. And okay, we can add improved battery life, improved notifications, and so on and so on. But comparing Mi Band 6 to Mi Band 5, there isn't really as much new as you would imagine. So what I'm trying to say is that going from Mi Band 5 to Mi Band 6 feels like going from, well, iPhone 11 to iPhone 12. I mean, it's new and exciting tech, but let's face it, there was nothing wrong with iPhone 11 to begin with. So the biggest change, the display, it's now 1.56 inch display with 152 by 486 pixels, a small improvement. There's also tiny improvements in brightness, however for the most part, well, looking at both Mi Bands I wouldn't be able to tell really. They both were pretty good in a broad daylight. But there was one thing that changed, which means a way you're gonna interact with the device. Mi Band 6 is, well, operated by gestures and there is no more that home button that was present on previous generations Mi Band. I think it's for the better and it's actually quite comfortable to use. However, the muscle memory keeps pointing me into that home button, hoping that it's gonna go step back instead of swiping left to go one menu up. Another new feature is the blood oxygenation sensor. And if I'm honest, this is a marketing gimmick. I already touched on this in my review for Mi Watch. It's in here, you can read about it, but in general is, yes, you can use blood oxygenation sensor to, well, hold still for 20 seconds and wait until you're gonna get a readout. But let's face it, you have to do it manually, you can't do anything else. And it's a pretty annoying way to get that value. I think your body's gonna tell you sooner that you're lacking oxygen than your Mi Band. A new ability for the Mi Band is to monitor your breathing while you're sleeping, and well, I'm gonna question a couple of things in here, mostly because as a sleep tracker it was tracking my sleep correctly apart from the wake up times, which given the fact that I hurt my back and I was waking up really often, it failed to acknowledge maybe a half of the times I was awake, which is quite disappointing. I didn't have the same problems with my Mi Watch or previous bands. But it's not all doom and gloom. There are some positive changes as well. My favorite change is probably revamping of the notifications. Finally, you can see entire text of the notification on your Mi Band is nicely laid out, has a support for emojis, different apps, and doesn't display different weird characters. Oh, if only this was applied to previous generations, everyone would be very happy. Also, people would lose the reason to upgrade it, I guess. Another improvement which bothered me was handling the music. Well, it is kind of half-baked solution. Now while exercising you can actually access the music control screen and control the playback, providing you've initiated the playback first. You still cannot start the playback from the Xiaomi Mi Band, which is, Well, annoying. I fixed that for Mi Band 3, but on successive bands it was harder and harder to implement this fix, so I finally gave up. Xiaomi, you got me defeated. And yes, there are payments, but it's Alipay and no one in the West is using it, so I guess if you're not born in China, you're out of luck. What makes it even more complicated to review this properly is the fact that Mi Watch exists. I mean, the device is more expensive, but provides you with so much more at so better pace. I know it costs £99, which is probably twice as expensive, but honestly, you're getting probably twice as much features as well. So anyone upgrading from Mi Band 5 might feel disappointed, and I fully understand, especially that there is another band that you could consider, which is Amazfit Band 5. And that's a Mi Band 5 iteration provided by Xiaomi, which offered you Alexa support. There is a SpO2 sensor as well, improved 15 days battery life, and at some points there were even rumors about NFC payments. Unfortunately, I don't believe the NFC payments were ever introduced, but there are 3 compelling reasons to go that way instead of with Mi Band 6. Have I changed your mind yet? Well, I think it's time to look at the Mi Band as a new device. If you never used Mi Band Sport trackers, or for some reason you are stuck with Mi Band 3, then Mi Band 6 looks really attractive. With much bigger and brighter screen, it offers a really nice experience in terms of fitness trackers. It is still an inexpensive device, even though it's no longer the cheapest out there, and with plethora of different functions, well, it's a really good device if you're just getting into fitness tracking. The heart rate monitor, for the most part, is very accurate. However, take it with a pinch of salt because first, you shouldn't have really any hairs on your wrists. I shaved mine to get accurate readings, and you have to position your Mi Band exactly in the right place, which means a slippage caused by a long sleeve or gloves might cause inaccurate reading from HR. In my exercise routines, whenever the Mi Band was in place, however, it was reporting on par with my cycling computer Rox 10, which I use as a very accurate benchmark. And it is a decent sport tracker as well, with a bright screen and 50 meters or 50 atmospheres waterproofing. You can take it swimming, running, cycling, including probably darting while standing on your hand. I mean, like, who even does that? But jokes aside, the menus on the smart tracker are well laid out and very readable during exercises. Now, it might not be true for cycling, where my cycling computer provides me with a better information than the tracker itself, but if you're going for running or doing some yoga, you'll be perfectly pleased in how the Mi Band is reporting. Now, all exercises can be also looked up in a Mi Fit app with extra details, including graphs, GPS data from your phone, etc. Now, bear in mind that you won't be able to export that really anywhere apart from Google Fit, so if you're using a different service to log your exercise, just make sure it's compatible with Google Fit, as that's going to be your point of synchronizing the workouts from Mi Fit into something else. Yeah, that's a negative for Strava users. I've mentioned that the heart sensor is okay, which was also true with Mi Band 5, and the steps seems to be on par. But it's not just fitness that's being logged. There are unique activity points that you will earn by, well, being active. There are reminders to get up and not to sit in front of a computer all day, and even a stress meter and breathing exercise. And the female population will definitely appreciate the fact that the tracker comes with the cycles that will monitor your menstruation. And if you never used Mi Fit app, you'll be pleased to know that tracker is just a part of that ecosystem. There are other devices like smart shoes, scales, etc. that you can add to that ecosystem and share the data. Now there's a social aspect as well, where you can invite your friends, check on their progress of steps and send each other nudges, which is a fun activity to do to boost morale. It is a shame, however, that the Mi Fit app doesn't synchronize with more services. Personally, I really like Mi Bands because they are lightweight. I barely can register them on my wrist, and now with excellent notifications, I never miss a beat without looking at my phone. I really hope though the available faces for the sport tracker will improve, because so far among 120 available faces, I only found 2 that are to my taste, one of them being the default one. So, have I changed your mind? Do let me know in the comments section. In the description you'll find a link to Mi Band 6 if you're still interested, and if you do want to upgrade from Mi Band 5, perhaps maybe consider the Mi Watch. I'll leave the link in the description as well, so you could read it or watch the video and make up your mind. As for now guys, you know, I do not have a posting schedule, so if you want to hear from me sooner rather than later, you know how YouTube works, I'm not going to explain to you that. But I'm going to only say that I have a social media and I'm not afraid to use it, so pick the one you want, stay connected, let me know what you think, and well, give me ideas for the next projects, reviews, etc. because I'm always listening. That came out wrong. Alright, thanks so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.